From Washington, this is VOA News. I'm Christopher Cruz reporting. President Trump said his meeting on Tuesday in Singapore with North Korean dictator Kim Jong Un was a success. He told reporters that Kim Jong Un, quote, committed to complete denuclearization of the Korean peninsula. Kim's commitment to denuclearize was included in a document signed after he and Trump met. They both signed it. There are few details on how that will happen, and Associated Press Washington correspondent Warren Levinson reports analysts are already questioning the value of the summit.
What did the president get out of his meeting with North Korea's leader? Not much, says Patricia Kim, who studies nuclear security at the Council on Foreign Relations. Kim Jong Un said his country would give up nuclear weapons at some vague date.
And it fell short of even North Korea's previous pledge in 2005 to dismantle its own nuclear program.
Nothing about a timeline, nothing about inspections or verification.
There's no substance there other than that they agree that the Korean peninsula will be denuclearized.
This was a chance to secure a clear commitment from North Korea, Kim says, and it didn't happen. I'm Warren Levinson.
The meeting ended with an unexpected announcement from Mr. Trump that the U.S. would suspend military drills with South Korea. But he told VOA that American troops stationed in South Korea will remain in place. More than 23,000 child pornographers and child sex abusers have been arrested in a massive 50-state crackdown called Operation Broken Heart. The Justice Department said agents made arrests in April and May, targeting those who use the Internet to commit their crimes. The suspects are alleged to have produced or sold child pornography, used the Internet to entice children into sex, or engaged in sex trafficking of children. This is VOA News. Protesters outside the home of Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu on Tuesday chanting wealth and government underworlds as police arrived to question the prime minister. Two Netanyahu confidants have been arrested on suspicion of promoting regulations worth hundreds of millions of dollars to the Bezek telecom company. In return, Bezek's subsidiary news site Walla allegedly provided positive Netanyahu coverage. The confidants have agreed to cooperate with prosecutors. Israeli police units began evicting Jewish settlers on Tuesday from 15 homes illegally built in the West Bank. It happened in Netiv Avot. Israel's Supreme Court ordered the eviction because the homes were built on private Palestinian land. Israeli police spokesman Mickey Rosenfield.
At the moment, there are hundreds of police officers in and around the different areas carrying out the evacuation. And we'll be dealing with the last final house behind us. And police units will respond to any violent incidents if they occur. Until now, things have been relatively calm, but we're not taking any chances whatsoever.
Israeli forces are expected to demolish the structures after the eviction. About 600,000 settlers now live in the West Bank. UN agencies are warning of major tragedies if countries refuse to accept refugees and migrants rescued at sea. Correspondent Lisa Schlein reports for VOA from Geneva.
Spain finally came to the rescue and offered its port of Valencia as a safe harbor for the boatload of migrants. But it will take several days before the Aquarius reaches port with its cargo of frightened and ill people. The UN Refugee Agency rejects suggestions that boats run by private organizations should stop rescuing people, claiming saving their lives acts as an incentive for migrants to make this perilous journey in search of a better life in Europe. Lisa Schlein for VOA News, Geneva.
Teams have arrived, including from Tunisia, to practice in Russia ahead of the beginning of the World Cup on Thursday. A promising new vaccine is being tested in the Democratic Republic of Congo, offering hope for the Ebola outbreak that has infected thousands. People have gathered to feast and break their fast outdoors in Algeria during the Muslim month of Ramadan. And in the Democratic Republic of Congo, the former Vice President Jean-Pierre Bemba is awaiting release from an 18-year prison sentence after his convictions for war crimes were overturned by an international court. You can find more on these and other late-breaking and developing stories from around the world around the clock at voanews.com and on the VOA News mobile app. I'm Christopher Cruz. VOA News.
That's the latest world news from VOA.